So which printer should you be using for your illustrations? Well, hello and welcome to this Fotospeed video with me, Tim.
And me, Vince.
And today we are looking at printers for illustrators. We're building on our video that we looked at papers.
Correct, yeah.
And we are now going to look at some amazing printers that will help you to achieve some amazing, fantastic results.
It's one of the biggest questions we're asked. One, which paper? Two, which printer should I go for? There's obviously a whole myriad of printers available on the market from A4 up to 64 inches. And we've got a whole range of printers on our website, haven't we?
I mean, it can be a bit of a minefield, to be honest.
It's quite a daunting process, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, as I said, there are lots of different printers out there. Me personally, if I'm selling my work, I would lean towards a printer that offers archival qualities. I mean, some of our more popular papers, such as the IP8 750, the Pro 200 and the 8550, the EcoTank system, they are great and they are efficient, but they are dye ink printers. So dye inks is a watered down ink which offers great punchy results, inexpensive, but does fade. Not massively quickly, but certainly quicker than a pigment ink. Pigment ink is a ground mineral suspended in liquid, so it kind of lasts forever and a day, doesn't it?
Dye printers are fantastic, and we've done videos on getting amazing prints out of them and how good they are. The thing is with them, if you wanted to sell your work as fine art, then you can't because of that dye ink. The other thing is because they're more cost-effective end of the market as well, if you're putting a lot of prints through them, they don't seem to last that long, do they?
No, the heads aren't necessarily of the same quality as the pigment machines that we've got out on display at the moment.
I think they're more designed for that kind of amateur, semi-professional kind of market, I suppose. It's that you print a few times a week. If you're printing a lot of designs and a lot of kind of greetings cards and things, then something like what we've got on the table here, like the Canon Pro 300 or the Epson P700, probably would be more suited. More suited.
Yeah, I mean, they're generally structured better. I mean, they cost more, granted, but they cost more for a reason. If you're looking to run your illustration business as a business and print yourself rather than outsourcing, you want to get something that's going to stand the test of time. And yeah, when I say the Pro 300 from Canon, the P700 from Epson are really well made. They're solid and they're designed to last for a period of time. I know the Canons are that confident that they're offering 2-year warranties now for their Pro 300 and the Pro 1000, which we'll touch on as well. And of course, you get a 12-month warranty with the P700.
They're designed as professional machines and they have more inks in them as well. So if you're looking at say, we use a Canon 8750 because it seems to be the really popular printer at the minute, which is that kind of £200 mark. It's got 6 dye inks in it. And I have to say, it produces really, really good prints. I've been really impressed with it. And even black and white and things, it does a great job. However, these printers have got 10 inks in.
It's also the capacity we'll look at as well. I mean, the 8750, as you know, having used one yourself, that they have very small cartridges. They're not very cost effective. They're starting to get a bit bigger on the P700 and Pro 300, particularly the P700, I should say. It's 25mm cartridges. Yeah,
25mm cartridges, which it works out about £1 a mil, something like that, £1.10 a mil. And the Pro 300 has got smaller cartridges, but about 14mm. However, the price per cartridge reflects that. So actually, they work out about the same, to be honest.
That's right.
General rule with printers is ink costs, the bigger you go, the cheaper it gets.
Yes. So going up from the P7 and the Pro 300, you have the P900, which is the bigger brother. That's 50mm cartridges. So again, the cartridges aren't twice the price. They're around about 40% more. So it does work out more cost effective if you've got a bit more space. Same with the Pro 300. The ink costs come down actually quite significantly, don't they? The Pro 1000 has 80mm cartridges.
Yeah, it comes out about 60p a mil.
And they're probably half the price per milliliter. So
we'll say
worth considering.
kind of get the biggest printer you can afford, I think.
And home. Obviously, if you've got a small office space, like most of us, probably the Pro 300 and P700 would be the way in. And then if the business grows and you find that you're printing all the time, which I'm sure you will do, all being well, you'll then look at the bigger versions, whether you go for an A2 desktop, or if you're very lucky and have a bit more space, look at a 24-inch machine from Canon or Epson, because it will work out even more efficient on paper and ink costs, actually. And
we are more than happy to, you can come down and see us, and we've got these printers here and things. We're also on the phone as well, so please just give us a call and we'll more than happily talk through kind of your needs and what you need to kind of what we think you will need. I think we kind of pride ourselves on being a little bit quite honest, don't we, really? That we'll say, well, actually, the smaller printer might not be for you, but also if you're only printing a few things as well, we may be very honest and say, yeah, we'd love to sell you one of these bigger printers and things. However,
you don't need one.
You don't need one.
Yeah, I mean, we're quite happy to walk you through the different options, break down the costs per print, per milliliter, all that sort of stuff as well, because actually that's quite important for your business, because if you're outsourcing already, it might not be beneficial to actually buy a printer. But printing yourself gives you more flexibility. There are pieces of software available from both Canon and Epson. Epson have their port software. Canon have their accountancy software. So it'll give you the cost per print, which is great.
You just
so you know
pop in how much you paid for the cartridges, how much you paid for the box of paper, and it does all the maths for you, and it will just tell you, and you can work out your margins and everything from there. So really great. You don't get that on the further down on kind of models. So,
no, these are where it kind of starts actually in terms of as a business machine. So obviously we're looking at the printers and talking about their quality. They have big ink sets. They offer archival quality. It's really important to talk about the profiling service that we offer. So you can buy the printer, plug it in, get your print out, and you might be lucky and get the result first time. But actually 9 times out of 10, it won't be quite how you had envisaged it from the offset. So first thing to do is get your monitor calibrated. There are devices out there from Datacolor and Calibrite that will get your monitor how it should be. And then also look at the paper profiles. So if you're picking one paper, obviously you're going to get a paper profile for that one. If you're using a range of papers, you would need a profile for each of the papers because they all interpret ink slightly differently. There are generic profiles on our website which will give you a rough idea. They're designed for your printer model and paper type, but they're not designed for your specific printer. Every printer interprets information slightly differently. So we also offer a free custom profiling service. And part of that package is that you can download the test chart from our website as a profiling pack, print the test chart out that we supply onto the paper or papers that you use, and then post it to us. And back here at Fotospeed, we'll scan the chart in with what's called a spectrophotometer, which will read every coloured square that you've printed as a number and create a profile that is specifically designed for your printer ink and paper combination. And that will give you the most accurate results you will ever get within reason of the printer's capabilities. Obviously the P700 and Pro 300 will give you the best results. Although they are smaller and more inexpensive than the bigger machines, they actually offer the same technology, just in a smaller package. So the profiling service is really vital, and it is, I must stress, free of charge on all of the papers that we supply. If you're unsure about printing the chart off due to some of the parts you need to go into, we can also hold your hand through the process. We have a remote login, don't we?
Yeah, you can log in and take control of your computer and screen share, and you just sit back and put the paper in the printer, and we can do the rest for you.
Just takes the stress away.
Yeah.
And then at the other end, when we email the profile back again, if you're unsure on where to put it, we can do the same process again, put it into the right directory, and then the software that you're using, whether it's Photoshop, Lightroom, Capture One, etc., you can use that profile to tell the printer what to do. Because actually the printer just does what it's told. It doesn't really know what it's doing. So if you're using a profile, it will describe the colours exactly how they should be coming out of your printer. So you need to almost have that closed loop. The lighting you're viewing your prints under is equally important. So daylight viewing system ideally. Having the profile for the printer, and also having the monitor calibrated, which is, again, such a vitally important part of that closed loop process.
Well, it'll just save you money in the long run, to be honest, because what you're seeing on your screen is relatively, I always say, if you get in about 90% of the way there, you're doing pretty well, because there's different lighting conditions associated with the screen and the print as well. So there's always going to be a little tiny change. It's just by how much that is going to change. And different papers and things will help. So please watch our paper video as well when we go into details on that. But the printers will have a big effect on that as well. And if you're using certain color palettes as well, you want as big a color gamut as possible to produce those colors. Like if you want vibrant colors and things, you will need an ink, you will need a printer with more inks in. And these printers have both got 10 ink sets in. Both of these printers have 10 inks in. So they have a much wider colour gamut than a printer with 6 inks in, basically. It's just...
There is a reason for it. I mean, one, it offers that colour gamut, and two, actually works out more efficient. If you're using a 6-ink printer, it needs to use 2 or 3 inks to make that one colour. If you have the individual colour already, it's just going to use that one colour. It's going to be the go-to printers for any budding illustrator out there that's looking to run a business from home, capable of producing amazing results on gloss, luster, and all matte art papers. The capabilities of the printer allow you to feed thick media. Some of the inexpensive printers struggle with the sort of anything over sort of 270, 280, whereas these papers have the capability to adjust the head and platen gap, allowing thicker media through. In fact, to the stage that the the P700 has a straight free feed bath. So you can actually feed up to 1.5mm thick board through it. So lots of options.
Loads of options.
And capabilities. They can produce cards as well. So if you want to add the card printing dimension to what you're doing, that's great. Postcards, 6x4s, 5x7s as well. Lots of neat options. Invites, certificates, whatever, they will do it. So all round very good machines from both Epson and Canon.
Yeah, and we've been really impressed with these latest models. All the little niggles that we had before, I think with the previous generation, they've kind of addressed in these, haven't they? They didn't listen to us, obviously, but they...
Yeah, I mean, in the older models from Epson, you'd have to do a swap between matte and photo black, which is a bit cumbersome. With the P700, it has the inks, it has the nozzles, it is just efficient and works. Both all-round good printers. And the question was asked at the start, which printer should I go for as an illustrator? Difficult choice, but I would certainly say look at these two as options.
So the Epson P700 and the Canon Pro 300. And they're both A3+, so they can print up to A3+, or
A3 with a border, isn't it? So 13 by 19 inches. And actually have the capabilities if you really want to print longer. So we do have some media available in 13-inch roll. You can actually print up to, I think it's like 90 centimeters or something on the machines now, if you wanted to do a panoramic or something. But they'll print everything from 6x4 all the way up to A3+ quite successfully and efficiently.
I think these would be the ones that we'd recommend to look at to start with. But as I said before, please give us a call or drop us an email or whatever. We're more than happy to talk printers. It's what we do, so we're more than happy to talk printers.
And of course papers.
And paper as well.
Yeah, we're happy to talk through the range of papers, but as Tim said, check out the other video on the range of papers that we offer for illustrators and artists alike. These
are kind of our recommendations, but obviously there are more, and if you want to know more information, like I said, just give us a call, drop us an email, and then we'll talk through what's best for you, because like we said before, we like to be quite honest and open about your needs and what's going to be best for you. And if you're keen, come on down to our showroom and we can bring some artwork with you, and we can run off some prints, and you can see your artwork come to life here at Fotospeed. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you all. Yeah. So, on that note, don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed YouTube channel. And also don't forget to subscribe to the Fotospeed newsletter on photospeed.com. And don't forget also, if you're looking to get into printing and things and you wanted a kind of a guide to help you, don't forget to download the Fotospeed Art of Printing, which is the free ebook we offer, which will help you with printer selection, paper selection, like we've covered in these videos, and also absolutely everything with profiles and rendering intents and loads of things that can affect how your print comes out and things. So you can download that on photospeed.com and just click on Fotospeed Art of Printing. Also, if you haven't already, go and check out our paper video as well. I'll put a link up here somewhere for the best papers that we recommend for illustrators and artists as well. So on that note, we will see you next Thursday, and bye-bye.
See you next time.